Yeah, get in there. It's so beautiful out here. This is gonna be so amazing. It's definitely giving graveyard. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. Y'all, it was like 80-some degrees today, but this morning was amazing. It's amazing out here right now too, but I have not been out here in the heat of the day because I didn't feel the need to. And you know, I am so ahead of the game. And you know why I think I'm so ahead of the game this season? Well, this spring is because the winter killed my fall plants that would normally still have been in my garden. And so I would now be working on clearing them out. I would be working on amending the beds, things like that. But the winter killed my garden. And so with that being the case, I didn't have anything to wait for. Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I keep coming out here. I think it's the birds. See right here? I think it's the birds coming through here, but also look at that hole. Looks like it could be mold, vole, whatever. I'll come back through and walk on this bed. I've already amended this bed. This is gonna grow beans, and even with the mold and the vole coming through, beans always seem to work just fine because they're normally in the bed over there. They're gonna grow beans right here too. Look at this, we got tomatoes popping up. This looks like something too. I'm not gonna pull it just yet, but that's a tomato, a volunteer tomato. Oh, look y'all, this is one of the collards that's just coming back. I didn't pull it yet. See right here? That's where I cut it and it came back. So I didn't pull it. I'm gonna just see what happens. Oh, this is that thing that just grows. I think it's either blackberry. I think it's blackberry or raspberry. I'm not sure. I need to get my clippers and cut that. That's also a collard that came back on its own from where I cut it. And see if I can show you. See? It was a pretty skinny plant, but I cut it and now it's growing back. Same here, same here. I'm leaving them. I also harvested the collards that was in the green stalk. If you remember, I put some collards in the green stalk just recently, matter of fact. Within the last month, I was able to harvest them today. This right here, I keep pushing it into the little greenhouse. It keeps coming out because I need to get it folded correctly. It knocked over my cabbage I'm letting go to seed because I want to save it. That I hope I can get it to go to seed before it's time to plant. But I got to get this into the greenhouse. And then I need to get it somewhere where it's not going to be able to fly out. Yeah, get in there. That's a mess now. I'm sure y'all already knew that. And I've been keeping my bags just in case. Everything flew out of there though. I got a lot done this morning. I didn't record any of it. For one, it's because it's things y'all have seen me do. For two, it's things you probably don't want to see me do. I pulled a whole bunch of weeds. Not these, but they need to be pulled. I pulled a bunch. I'm gonna show you where I did some. And these I just didn't see. I'm gonna give these to the chickens probably tomorrow morning. But like anywhere I saw weeds just hanging out, I pulled them. And so down here, this whole thing was weeds. And so I pulled all of that, everything behind that green stalk, pulled that too. By the way, y'all remember I've been saying I hope my dahlias come back from last year? That's one of them right there. This is another one right here. One right here, although looking pretty sad today. I don't know why. I think that's another one right there. So my dahlias survived the winter, that cold, cold winter. Oh, there's more. That's another one right there. So all of these stayed in the ground during the winter. And I'm be honest with you, I'm very surprised that they still alive with all of that cold and ice we had that sat around. I'm surprised those tubers did not rot. I did cover them in straw before the end of the year. I covered that whole bed in straw and then I was just like, forget about it because it was already looking just a mess. But anyway, everything survived. And so now I 100% have more dahlias than I need. I gotta find somewhere for those dahlias to go. But I'm pretty sure our citrus trees are dead, so we have some bags that we could put those in. I'm not getting more citrus trees. I just don't want to have to work to keep something alive. And since those did not survive inside of the greenhouse, I did move them out early. But even before, the leaves and stuff were falling off, and I don't want to have to do extra stuff. So I don't think we're gonna have citrus over here on Yellow Door Urban Homestead. Unless one of those or two of those, something comes back alive, then I'm like, okay, cool, I'll keep them. But I'm not gonna go buy any more to keep any more, to kill any more, because that's probably what's gonna happen. By the way, we went ahead and got the other leeks in. If you remember, I told you we were gonna put leeks into this other bed. So we got the leeks in. I'm excited about that. You can't really see them. And we had 2 spaces here. Actually, I think it was only 1, but this one was very small and probably won't survive, but we'll see. We were missing 1 to get the whole 4 square feet planted out, but that's okay, in my opinion. We have 2 days next week where our nighttime temperature will be 37 and 39. I don't feel comfortable planting out anything. Even the seedlings that's in the greenhouse, on those nights, I'm going to take them in the house because I cannot afford for anything to die. I do have to start more seedlings, right? Because we have green stalks that have things from fall, things that'll come out in June and July. So I still have to start more seeds. I still have to plan those green stalks out because I didn't actually even plan them. So whatever I decide to put in them, we have 4 of them that's like that. We have this yellow one that's like that, has fall vegetables in it. Oh, I forgot to harvest this one. Anyway, I harvested this one this morning. That's another one that has fall vegetables and onions and garlic in it. That's another one there, the black one, and then you got the purple one that I'm also going to need to plan for summer. For now, we are going to just let them do what they do. So I want to show y'all this, but when I put up the post about everything in strawberry being on sale 35% off until the 7th, I told you that I would show you the little strawberry cups. But y'all, look at all these strawberries, and I harvested strawberries the other day. I probably need to come back through and harvest them again. Like, that one is definitely ready to go. Look at that. These strawberries have been giving me harvests for the last, I want to say 2 weeks. They're not huge harvests. These are June bearing strawberries, so I should get my biggest harvest in June. But they've been giving me harvest for the last 2 weeks, and they're pretty good. And I'm happy that I can let them kind of ripen well, because when they were in the ground, like, things were eating them. Like, as long as I got to them quick enough, you know, I could eat them and I would have them to harvest. But if I left them too long, it would either be the roly-polies, the snails, and I think sometimes birds. So I'm happy to be growing them in the green stalks. I know when we first started this green stalk journey, y'all were saying put strawberries in it. And I was saying, oh, I know strawberries grow in it. Like, why? You know, I don't want to do strawberries. I want to do everything else. I'm so glad I finally was like, you know what, let's just do some strawberries, because I feel way more confident that I'm gonna get a nice harvest off of these, and a harvest that I'm gonna have enough to actually save and preserve or make something, jam, jelly, you know, something like that. Because in the past I haven't. I've had them to eat, you know what I'm saying, but not like to save it and preserve. And you know, that's what I'm shooting for these days. Ooh, one of my child flowers is about to open. I'm gonna show y'all that. Anyway, let me show y'all these. Super cute. Super, super, super cute. So they have a flat bottom. So if you decide you don't want to hang them here on your green stalk to propagate strawberries or cuttings or whatever you want to do, they have a flat bottom, so you can sit them somewhere else. They don't have to hang on your green stalk, but I am gonna hang mine on my green stalks because I have a few spots in this one and over there that still need strawberries. So for now, I'm just gonna hang them around this top portion, because as I see runners, I can just move them. But I would like to have them at arm's length. And I'm just gonna use some landscape pins, the same way I was doing when I was rooting them into the pockets. I'm just gonna use landscape pins. But I think these are so cute. They're also on sale 35% off. Anything in the strawberry family is 35% off until April the 7th, y'all. I think those are so cute. Look how cute. And yes, you can use solo cups with a clip. These, I think this is the one that I got from a local farmer's market, and I only got 1 plant from that person. And all of the rest of these plants, I ran the runner to the next pot. So you could do that, or you could get a few of these. They come in a set of 6. I just think they're so cute. When they showed us these, I was like, oh my goodness, they're so cute. Oh, what I was gonna show y'all is, look, that chive is about to open. Chive flower is about to open. I cannot wait. It's also just about time to harvest chives again. They are getting big, and we also need to harvest the parsley. We need to harvest this yarrow for sure. And like I said, I'm gonna save it. There's a lot, and I can't wait for the herbs in this one to really start growing so we can harvest this too. They're looking good. They transplanted really well. I'm pretty excited about that. I had the soil really, really moist. If you remember, some of these came out of my hydroponics grow system. In order to make sure that they stayed alive, I had to keep the soil and stuff moist. But I think that they have pretty much acclimated to being in soil now, and I don't have to worry about that. But they all really look really good still. So pretty excited about that. I do think I'm gonna start starting things in the hydroponics grow system, especially herbs, more often, because that was not hard at all. And like I said, when I do it again, I will do it with you all. I just wasn't sure of what I was doing. I was following Nikki over at the OCD-ish chick, and so before I showed it on my channel, I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing, and I feel like I know what I'm doing now. Y'all, it's so beautiful out here. I'm literally just out here talking to y'all. This morning, I got up at 6 something this morning, y'all. I need a nap. I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you. I need a nap, and I was like, okay, it was already 60 something degrees, which meant the greenhouse was gonna be even warmer, and it was. So when I got up, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. Well, I didn't get up. I woke up, but I definitely could have went back to sleep. So I was like, I'm gonna go and open the greenhouse just so that whenever I wake up, it's like steaming in the greenhouse. But I came out here to open it, and it was so pretty out here. So I was like, well, you know what? I do need to fertilize the green stock. So I decided, let me fertilize the green stock. And then I decided, well, you need to fertilize the main garden too. I didn't record any of this. I'll record this stuff the next time I have to do it. Then I was like, oh, you could go ahead and get the leeks in. So I stayed out here and worked this morning till probably about 10 something. We were very overcast this morning. Until we were not overcast anymore, I just stayed out here and worked. Like I said, I pulled a whole bunch of weeds. There's still a lot of weeds to be pulled. Still a lot, but I got a lot of them out. But anyway, oh, what I have not told y'all. Y'all, look at this eucalyptus. Eucalyptus looks amazing. I'm so excited. I'm gonna cut some of these dead ones eventually. Probably need to do it today, you know what I mean? Like, they need to, oh, that just popped right off. Y'all were right when y'all said eucalyptus is perennial in our area. I don't know why the other one I had died back, but we even have new growth. Like, this is gonna be so amazing. I want it for the shower, really. That's literally the only reason I want it. I got this from a local nursery last year sometime, I think. But look, y'all. Very nice. I'm so excited. I really hope that I can keep that alive going forward, but I haven't done much to it, so I don't think it needs much from me. Oh, we got to get this fixed, right? Because I know somebody like, girl, if you get one more green stock, listen. Listen, I really like them. That's gonna be number one. But number two, the raspberry is one of the colors I have always wanted. Somehow, I just didn't end up with it. I don't know. I don't know if in the clearance sale, I was just trying to get like the cheaper ones because it was a clearance sale and I knew that they weren't coming back. Like the black and the gray, I really wanted those two colors. I feel like I bought another color doing that too. I can't remember. Anyway, I want the raspberry. And as I understand it, the raspberry will be out for Mother's Day. So we have to get this greenhouse fixed. We have to get it fixed. So I'm gonna tell you what. So listen, we need to get it fixed, right? That's what I'm gonna say, number one, if I'm going to keep it. Because I'm looking at just purchasing another one. If you remember, this one, I told y'all when I first put it together, I wasn't sure that it was put together right when I talked to y'all about it in the first place. I don't know. I'm gonna try to fix it first. Try to, use some good tape. I think somebody said, not Gorilla Tape. What is it, Gorilla Tape? I don't know. Somebody mentioned something that I can do. So I'm gonna try that. If it doesn't work, I may look into purchasing another one. This is where my seedlings were supposed to be. But because I couldn't get the panels and stuff to stay and I hadn't really had a chance to really sit and try to figure out how to fix it, my seedlings had to go into the Bootstrap Farmer greenhouse. But if I could get this out of here, if I get these seedlings out of here, I have space to probably extend this row. It could go all the way back and then I could put a raspberry green stock in here. So that is my plan. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to focus probably this weekend on trying to fix that greenhouse if I can. If I can't, I'm probably going to purchase one that looks like that because I really like that one. Oh, let me show y'all the citrus graveyard. I feel like it's a graveyard, y'all. It's definitely giving graveyard. This still has some green on it and it looks like small leaves are trying to grow back and well, I just knocked that off. But like, I don't know about the rest of these. Y'all see them back there? I don't know. What I think is that I bit off more than I wanted to chew over the winter. I don't want to be working to keep them alive over the winter. I thought I could put them in the greenhouse. That would be enough. They need more than that in 7B and I'm not willing to give it. I went ahead and pulled out everything back there because I had already harvested. I amended that this morning with rabbit manure, meal grinds, and I put a little more of the Happy Frog in there just because I had a little bit left. Oh, and I also put some granulated fertilizer in there too. So I got that done today. This morning, it was so peaceful out here. No one else was out here this morning. It was just me. It was so quiet and relaxing, just like right now. We got a nice breeze blowing. It's just beautiful out here today. I did harvest from my green stalks today, and I know somebody said that they want to see more of my harvest. If you go to my shorts, I showed me harvesting, and I will put a picture of the harvest somewhere up here for y'all to see it. The potatoes that had gotten knocked back by the freeze is starting to come back. Some of them are not coming back as well as others, but some of them are, and you can still tell that they got burnt in the freeze, but they don't look horrible. Some of them like I said, struggling a little more than others to come back. I've been watching those. This bag is just like looking empty. Oh, well, we got something happening right here. If that bag doesn't do much, I might grab another piece of potato from inside and put it in there and see what will happen. I still did not get to these bags. That's definitely something I'm gonna end up doing this weekend because that's my last thing. I keep saying that, but for whatever reason, it's like me putting it off. I keep putting it off. So those bags right there, these bags right here, and the bags right there. And someone asked me a question about if I find myself watering my bags more. And I do, because bags do dry out faster, but I think containers in general dry out faster. Because I think the person responded and said I'll stick to pots. In my opinion, all containers dry out pretty fast, but I like bags just because they were economical for me in the beginning to get bags. For two, I can keep them all looking the same way. I do like for things to be uniform, even though I do like to have color. But yeah, you do have to water them a little more. And people have told me about like putting totes up under them or putting something under them to hold the water. I would have to buy a whole bunch of whatever I did, and so I just don't want to. And I don't mind watering. I don't mind hanging out and watering my garden. It's like something that I like to do in the evening, so it's not a big deal to me. By the way, we do have one Swiss chard that's definitely about to flower, go to seed. I don't think this one is. I don't think any of the others are. Maybe this one is about to go to seed, but these are from the fall. Some of them are still alive, some of them not so much. Not still alive. Some of them are still growing, others not really, because once they bulk, they just trying to make seed. They're gonna send up a flower and they're gonna put out seeds. I probably won't attempt to save the seeds from those. They didn't make it through. They didn't make it through a whole season, if we honest. They did make it through the cold, but I'm not gonna get a lot off of that, so I'm not gonna worry about saving seeds for that. We got a lot of weeds pulled over here. I gave some of them to the chickens already, but I'm slowly giving it to them because I don't want just a whole bunch of weeds in there with them. But yeah, we got a lot done this week and a lot done today, and I just wanted to show y'all that. Next week, I got a birdie's bed from Botanical Interest Epic Gardening, and they are having a sale right now too, a spring sale. So there'll be a link down in my description if you're interested in seeing what they have on sale. I know their beds are on sale. This will be my first time using one of their beds. If you remember, I told you I'm getting a little bit older. Some of these in-ground beds and stuff is gonna have to be switched over into something that's a little more comfortable for me to use. So I won't do everything that way because I want to be able to talk about different ways that I garden, but where I can, I'm gonna do it. I don't remember which one I got, but this will be my first birdie's bed. But to the main event, we still have our broccoli going. Doesn't look like it is trying to flower just yet. Not that one anyway, but this one. That's the same one I showed y'all the other day. I'm just crossing my fingers for this. Also waiting for my shade cloth because I'm gonna put that on this greenhouse too. Oh, by the way, y'all, I'm not seeing, crossing my fingers. As of today, I'm not seeing aphids anymore. I didn't have to spray anything. I'm very excited. I'm not seeing them anymore. How exciting is that? And the plants look amazing. This morning there was, I see one little ant, but I don't see aphids. So that's a plus. Anyway, I was out here earlier. It was a little bee just sleeping in these peppers, but I'm super excited. I am not seeing aphids anymore, y'all. I mean, I'm super duper excited. Y'all see any? If you spot one, tell me. But I don't see none, and I'm very, very happy about that. So I think I'll stick to no fish emulsion for the peppers. I will do them with a balanced fertilizer. They still look good. They just don't have a bunch of aphids. And all the rest of the seedling, these are tomato seedlings. They're looking good, y'all. By the time May gets here, we'll definitely be ready to plant these out. And the basil is looking much better now that I potted it up. Very, very excited. The only seedlings I have left to start at this point are the ones that I would have started 2 weeks before April the 5th, but I don't plant out until May. My zucchini has come up tomorrow, but you won't see the video until probably sometime next week. We're gonna be planting out the zucchini and the squash in the greenhouse. We are good to go on that, and I'm excited about it. The bed that we just amended today has meal grinds in it, so we'll be planting those out about 2 weeks from now. But anyway, we're gonna get that stuff planted out because my whole plan with zucchini and squash this year is to get them planted out early in the quick tent greenhouse back there, and hopefully they'll do the same thing they did last year, which was grow and produce an early crop of zucchini for me, and hopefully squash this year too. Pretty excited about that. Anyway, y'all, that's pretty much all I really wanted to say. Talk to y'all about, show y'all, because I didn't really have much to do out here today, and that's because I really believe I'm just ahead of the game at this point, which is, you know, something that's really good. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.